All right, JJ, you want to get us started?
Hey, Kelechi, how you doing?
Good, JJ. How are you?
I'm good. Thanks for asking. Hey, you guys are, in the last week of spring practice. What's it been like this spring?
It's been great, and everybody's been so grateful because this time last year we didn't have this. We were at home, and we're just blessed to be able to really get a grasp of things that we didn't have much time to cover during the season, and we're starting to see the younger guys develop, and our team's really coming around nicely.
What about for yourself personally? Well, how have things gone for you, and what do you see your role as on the team this spring?
I'm my role this year. I feel like it'll just be whatever is asked for me, and I know we have really good safeties, and I also expect a lot of myself, but I'm here wherever they need me. I'm here to do whatever the team asks of me, whether that's special teams, defense, or wherever.
How much has the defense changed this spring? Is it adjustments to the scheme or adding things here and there? What can you tell us about that?
There's been a few tweaks. Coach Levin, Coach Wright, they're finding ways to make things simpler, or just different ways that we can bring more to the table on game day. And it took a little getting used to, but everybody's bought in, and now we're starting to get the hang of it, and we're starting to see how it can really cause some trouble to offenses.
Okay, Greg, you're up.
Kelechi, you mentioned it took a little bit of getting used to. What were some of the parts that required a little bit of adjustment, or maybe just different from what you were used to?
Yeah, they were just different from what we were used to. A lot of pre-snap adjustments and movement to really mess with the quarterbacks, and that's all I know from the back end perspective of it.
Do you think that's going to make a big difference, that it makes your defense kind of more potent or harder to play against next season?
Yes, sir. I feel like if we're out there doing anything, then there's a purpose for it, and it'll really help us a lot. And I trust those guys, those coaches, that what they're telling us to do will help us on game day.
When you're kind of going through that process of adding and learning a couple new things, how much does it help to have the really experienced roster that you guys have of guys who have all been there last season for the most part?
Yeah, it helps a lot. And, the learning curve is not as steep. And, you're able to tell guys, things once or twice, and we get a grasp of it. And, yeah, so it just makes everything a lot smoother.
We've heard a lot about kind of the team culture component as well, and kind of wanting to raise that this spring. Do you notice anything that's sort of changed or grown in terms of that team culture?
Yes, sir. We're definitely more player-led this year. And, last year, everybody was bought in last year too. But this year, being able to see everybody come back and adding more people and, seeing those guys buy in so quick, and coaches not having to say much, players are the ones, speaking up, and the ones that expect a lot from each other. And I've never been a part of it before. So it's really cool.
What led to that shift to being more player-led? Is it just like a comfort and kind of knowing what's going on?
I think it's from the leadership, and just guys, leaders being able to come back, and they've done it all, been through everything, and when those guys speak, people listen. And I mean that's big especially for football players. You really listen to the guys that walk the talk.
In what other ways do you feel like the team is kind of different, or has maybe grown or developed since the start of spring practice? Like, what have you guys gotten out of this time overall?
Just being more assignment sound, and being able to really develop the whole team as a whole, and because spring and everybody gets reps, and you're really starting to see younger guys step up, or the guys that already came in really making big plays already.
And it kind of culminates with the spring game on Saturday. What are sort of your expectations for that?
I think it'll be a good game. Just able to go out and see your families, and be able to watch you play, and just one last time for the spring, so everybody's gonna go and have some juice, fly around, so it'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah, does it feel kind of different just from another scrimmage, maybe because it's the last one or because your family's there? How is that sort of that vibe different?
I would say just being able to wake up, and like this is our last time waking up early, so nobody's going to be dragging around or anything. it'll be fun because you get to see your people. When when your family's around, you always want to show them a little something, and yeah. So I think it'll just be fun.
Okay, anything else for Kelechi? All right, thanks everyone.
Thanks, Kelechi. Appreciate it.
Thanks.
Yeah, thank you guys.